I love a good newbie to rockstar Etsy store, but the strategies that this store is using to explode their Etsy sales are so simple, anyone can do it. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Jess. I've built multiple 6 and 7 figure Etsy stores in various niches, getting sales like these, and learning the ins and outs of Etsy, Amazon, and more. A wild and crazy event led me to start a totally new life traveling abroad, giving me the unique opportunity to step back, work a lot less, and start sharing all of my Etsy insights with you. So hit that subscribe button, grab a pen and paper, and let's jump in.
Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to see you back for another video. This is so cool. I'm obsessed with this store. Usually, when we see a newbie pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, it's usually a print on demand t shirt store or a spreadsheet store because those niches seem to be able to shoot off like fireworks on Etsy and really grow very, very quickly. But this store is what I like to call an evergreen store. It is in a pretty reliable niche. It is a digital planner store and they only have 24 listings. It is super, super impressive. Digital planners have been here for a few years. They are not a new product and they bring in consistent sales. So if you can create a planner that looks great and makes your life more organized, boom, it's an Etsy gold mine. So, before we really dig into what they've done to dominate this niche, let's take a peek at their Etsy store stats so you can be as impressed as I was. This store has 60,662 sales. And I do want to point out very briefly here that their branding is on point. They have a very clean, very simple aesthetic. They are going with a specific color scheme with all of their products here. They have found something that is visually appealing, it works, it sells, and they are using that as a very streamlined success strategy, which has brought them over 60,000 sales so far. Their average product price is about $6. Now, they do have some things that are $3.99, $4.99, $4.99, $3.99, but their sales vary widely, and they do have a few things that are $7 that are all best-selling products here. So based on what is selling, what's selling the most, and their average pricing, depending on what sales they're running at any given time, I've given them a conservative average price of $6. Let's take a peek at their feedback so you can see exactly how new this store is and be as impressed as I am. Going to the very last page of feedback here, we can see that their very first feedback comes on August 2nd of 2022. They are not even a year old. So they have accumulated 60,000 sales in less than 1 year's time. Okay, that is mind blowing in itself. But when you take those sales, 60,000 sales, at a price point of about $6 each, that puts their approximate annual sales at $391,000. 390. That is almost $400,000 in 1 year's time span, which I can't even begin to tell you how impressive that is. Now, before you turn off this video and go start creating your own digital planners, let's take a look at some of the bestseller listings and the strategies that they have put into place to grow so much so quickly. And I'm not going to show you their that girl planner, even though that is a huge seller, because I've talked about very similar planners to that one in multiple of my other videos, and I will put a card up at the top here to one of my other planner videos. This That Girl Planner or It Girl Planner or Glow Up Girl Planner is a very common theme for planners. We're not going to talk about that one. What really caught my eye actually was this student planner here. It is a bestseller. It's in over 20 people's carts. It is a massive, massive hit, super, super successful. It's $6. As you can see, sales price of 60% off, and it keeps with their simple planned aesthetic that they use for all of their planners. It is really, really aesthetically pleasing. This rose gold look is really dominating Etsy. It's been popular for a while. It's not going anywhere. It's elegant, it's classy. Very, very nice theme, and it works. You see it in spreadsheets as well a lot. This is a great color scheme. But I don't want to forget to tell you about my awesome fonts freebie. So it's perfect for designing aesthetically pleasing planners or other digital designs or print on demand, pretty much anything that includes fonts. And I've recently updated this freebie, so it now also includes over 125 fonts to download. It is a big downloadable file that are all free to use for commercial use. So any of these fonts in here, you can use them for any design program you like. Just download the freebie, install the fonts on your computer, and boom, there you go. No matter what design program you use, you are set. The link is below along with all of my other freebies, so go dig around and grab whatever else strikes your fancy there. Now, their images are very simple. This is a great video, by the way, that's been playing while I talk, but their images are also well done. It's very simple. They have a really aesthetically pleasing digital mock-up here so you can see what it looks like on a tablet. They have it on a tablet and as standalone pages. They really highlight all the different features. Very, very well done. So, when you are building a best-selling product on Etsy, regardless of your niche, there are certain elements that you need to pay attention to. And obviously, having great images is very, very, very important because that is what is going to pull people in on the Etsy search pages. So, for example, anytime you go to Etsy and you type in planner, a whole bunch of stuff is going to pop up, and those images are ultimately what people are looking at and clicking on. So you need a great, great image to catch attention and pull people in. As I said before, the That Girl Planner is a very, very common theme that you're going to see a lot. However, your image isn't going to matter if you're not popping up towards the top of these search results, right? And to get to the top of the search results, you need to have good SEO. So let's take a quick look at their SEO for this store. If we look at their title, I want you to notice how they use vertical bars to separate all the important keyword phrases here. Now that is super important. And I actually talked about this in a print on demand video that I just very recently did. The Etsy algorithm is going to use these bars or commas or slashes to separate phrases. So when the algorithm interprets these phrases, it will take these bars and use that to recognize that this here is a phrase. This here is a separate phrase. I love how my computer just wants to highlight everything. College planner is one phrase. Digital planner is one phrase. These are all separate phrases. And what that does is it helps the Etsy algorithm differentiate those as specific long-term keywords. So commas, bars, and slashes can really help add emphasis to those key phrases and give your SEO just a little bit of a much needed boost. It also makes it easy for our human eyes to separate what this is when we're reading it, which is an added bonus because we do want to get clicks on those search pages, so readability matters. Now, the next important SEO strategy that I want to point out about this store is that they have an amazing appeal statement. And it's been a couple videos since I've talked about appeal statements, but they are one of my absolute favorite things when I talk about Etsy listings because SEO is important and we want to pull people in from those search pages. But it's the humans that get to actually purchase these products. So if your description isn't appealing, then you're not going to get you might get a lot of views on your product, but you might not get as many actual clicks to add this product to the cart. So when I'm looking at this and I'm reading this, me as a human, as a person buying this product has to physically add this to the cart. The algorithm cannot do that for you. So we need a good appeal statement. We need something that draws buyers in and helps them realize how cool and amazing our product is and gets them excited to buy our product. And can we all just do a little happy dance together over how amazing this store has done their appeal statement? Okay, so let's read this together. It says, are you a student looking for an easy way to stay on top of all your classes, assignments, and exams? Academic success begins with staying organized. Whether you are looking to keep track of your assignments, exams, and results, or just need to stay on top of your busy schedule, our digital student planner is here to help. This is amazing, guys. They immediately address a problem and then point out how their product, their planner, solves that problem. Are you a student looking for an easy way to be organized? Yes, I am. Well, our digital student planner is here to help. Genius. They really word that in a way that makes it look like they are the solution to your problem. And if you've ever been a college student or maybe even a high school student with a heavy class load, you know that there's a lot of stuff to keep track of. And like they say here, academic success begins with staying organized. Now, let's dig into their tags and their actual choices of keywords here. So, scrolling down here to their tags, they are all at the bottom of this one, we can see a lot of repetition of the words that we saw up in their title. So, student planner, academic planner, college planner, all of these things that they say in their title are repeated in their tag section. That is fantastic because it adds strength, it adds emphasis to those phrases because Etsy's algorithm sees them repeatedly here. They also have used a great balance of those types of specific tags like college planner and academic planner with some more of the broader tags like digital planner or good notes planner or even weekly planner, daily planner. Those are not specific to the type of planner that this is, whereas assignment tracker, college planner, academic planner, those are specific to the product type. And it is important when you're doing your SEO research to remember that balance is absolutely key to getting good SEO results, to really getting visibility on those search pages. And I do go over that balance and how to choose and evaluate your keywords more specifically in my workbook and video planning set. But as a general rule, just a quick basic uh, tip for you, you do want to have a few of those super specific keywords in there because they have a higher sales conversion rate than those bigger, broader keywords. So you want to have a balance between broad and specific words so that you can really get a good strategy overall. So essentially, this store has been able to crush their competitors and build an almost $400,000 income in less than a year. In less than a year with these core strategies. One, a smart idea, aka a planner that solves a problem and has a specific purpose. Two, clever use of separating their key phrases in their SEO, in their title for readability and SEO emphasis. Three, a really well done appeal statement. And 4, a good balance of keywords that go with high conversion rates and good visibility. So that balance is key. So whenever you're trying to enter a new niche or create a new product, those 4 things can really help you get a good jumpstart on sales and just dominate your niche. By the way, what do you think of the use of bars in their titles? Do you agree with this strategy? Because I have seen, like I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or in the print on demand video, but it is somewhat controversial. And I have actually seen some people, some Etsy experts, I guess, Etsy strategists, adv- advocating against using commas, bars, and slashes. Let me tell you, please, first of all, comment below and let me know what you think. But let me tell you from my personal experience of selling on Etsy for over 15 years in multiple niches and what I see in all of these stores. I have over 100 videos so far, guys. In some of these videos, I talk about multiple stores. Commas, slashes, and bars are a commonly used element in, I would say, well over 90% of these successful stores. So stick to what works. Don't reinvent the wheel. I know sometimes people have different strategies and different things can work, but it is always, 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 always going to benefit you to see what your competitors are doing, see what all of these big sellers on Etsy are doing, and keep that in mind. That takes precedence over what anybody else can tell you. If you're watching an Etsy video like mine or like any other Etsy video, there's a lot of them out there, and someone says one thing, someone gives you one strategy, but for your particular niche, you are seeing something different over and over in all of your competitors, do what the competitors are doing. Ignore the advice of the Etsy expert or the Etsy strategist or whatever we are, Etsy content makers. It does not matter. It doesn't matter how much experience or success we have if everybody else is doing something different. Stick to what works. Do not reinvent the wheel. So, that being said, I am going to invite you guys to go check out the strategies of what this print on demand coffee mug store used to break through their very saturated niche and dominate their competition. There's a ton of great tips and strategies in that video on how they got ahead of everybody else. So, see you there.